Good morning and welcome to the final day of the World Cup, brought to you from Cape Town, South Africa, one of the tourist capitals of the world. We bring you the game between Argentina and Wales. This is a game in the over 50 division. It's a playoff for 7 and 8. Both these teams finishing 4th place in their pools, and in this section where there have been a lot of teams coming down and playing in this tournament, the timing is only allowed for straight playoffs. In other words, the two pools finish in their positions and play the opposite number in the pool. As we see, Argentina driving forward straight away. So again, this game for 7 and 8, over 50 division. Both teams have had a mixed bag of results in their build-up to this. Coming 4th in your pools, kind of middle of the pool, so you're expecting sort of equal results. Argentina having 3 wins and 3 losses. And Wales in the same boat, 3 losses, 2 wins and a draw. As we see a nice midfield battle ensuing here, as the teams will start trying to get dominance. This is a game for 7 and 8, so if it does go to a draw, we're going to expect a shootout at the end. I'm pretty sure neither team wants this to go to a draw and have the lottery of a shootout. A shootout's only a good thing if you win it. And we see the two teams sign each other up. But of course, day 10 of this tournament, so 10 days of hockey. Not playing every single day, but still, you got 1 or 2 rest days in that, but you're playing a lot of hockey, and so these are the players that have survived. There are a couple of injuries on each team. As we see, Wales trying to move the ball around. When Sleeman trying to pass it on the line there. Unfortunately, his countryman, Neil Francis, just unable to keep control of the ball on the sideline. There's the captain, Roberto de Vilma from Argentina, is taking this game forward now, trying to find angles and chucks the overhead into the circle. This will be a tester, gets picked up by Argentina, and a shot on target. That is a cracking shot. Fantastic this early in the game. Looked like Diego Rivera, who just smoked that one on target. Nice early catch on the overhead on the backhand, and not afraid to pull the trigger on the bounce. My apologies, I think it was Ernesto Herrera that pulled the trigger there. As unfortunately, de Vilma gets stuck. Open pass on the line on. Wales looking to move the ball around. Nice midfield battling soon. It's always going to be tough in the midfield. So it's called the engine room for nothing. Neil Francis taking a bit of a battery in there in the middle, but when you do receive the ball in the middle, there's going to be pressure on you at all times. And being 10 days of hockey, people have found their angles and are playing the game, and now Wales having a chance, looking for an angle. Sleeman opting for the sideways ball to the sideline. It often puts you in a weaker position. Trying to keep the ball in the middle of the field and find circle entries is the name of the game, yeah? A lot of teams try and go around the outside, around the back, but it does give the opposition time to reset, as that ball didn't go anywhere. That is just good left half play, blocking the line so that anything that comes down there, Victor Carmona was saying, I don't need to man mark, I can just simply block the channel. And sorry, right half, my lefts and rights, but at sea this morning. Again, a running ball in the midfield. Like we said, it's going to be a midfield battle. Very physical in that part of the field, especially when you're running with the ball and you're carrying it. You bring attention to you. We saw yesterday a mixture of some teams holding onto the ball and the game getting a bit scrappy, and then some teams that move the ball quickly, try and keep it away from the scrap. Teams that move the ball quickly to look more attractive when they are moving around. Again, trying to make a choice there, put it into his man. Ball behind, not sure where that went. As again, when Sleeman just forcing this channel, and Argentina's blocking it. So like we said, mixed results for the teams. And in the middle of the pool. So both 4th in their pool, so they're playing in the cross pools. Also last game, so good turn there. Opening up nicely. Decided to go for the wide option. Wales will be looking for a circle entry here. It doesn't help if you stay out there and get nothing. And there it comes Great circle entry. Ball flying in the air. I think a bit of confusion about where the ball was, but the ball was hovering in the air for a long time there and didn't land anywhere dangerous. So umpire did not blow for dangerous play. Wales having some territory advantage now. Trying to find ways in and unlock this puzzle. As game restarts now with a trough ball. Wales with 3 people hanging high, keeping Wales honest. Argentina, sorry. Argentina now with a crash ball going through. A little slow on the start there, but they have won this back. Danger call, but I think Herrera had a chance there if he just picked it up and carried on his run. A little pressure now on Bartlett as he forces the turnover. And Herrera picks up the scraps, but just as far as the double tackle, and then unfortunately loses the ball again. And now Argentina having some territory, just passing a little bit too close to the opposite number. Markovoth's arms a little bit longer than expected, and he just put out left hand, then picked it up as we see the ball transferred around the back now. Argentina with a nice midfield scrap game. We're going to see a creep on the right. There comes the 45-degree ball. Well picked up in the midfield. Herrera being a handful at the moment, and they've got a chance to enter now. Driving the ball and finding the foot inches outside. Marcos Pecchia, for all good intents, was just looking for a short corner. The ball gets fired across. And I think if you watch the replay again, Joachim's going to say that was way too close to him, that he should have touched that in. Just needed an edge on it. He had the full attention of Martin Lindy, the captain, on his back. But still, those chances come few and far between, and when they do fly across like that, you do want to take them. Okay, in the midfield battle, and now Herrera comes away again. He's looking for action. Pass it across to Joachim, but it's got too much air on it. Umpire saying dangerous, and well survived that turnover. Now they've got space there. There's only one ball man in front, but pops the hatch ball, and I think day 10 of the tournament. A bit of resistance from Sean Milbank about making that long run. Farquharson also in the area, but now full press. Wales trying to put the screws on, but just a great overhead. We've seen teams that have been pressed that have got an overhead throw, especially if you can get it to your players on the next level. That's even more important. Throw it to the opposition just means you turn it over, but in that case, again, like we said, here comes the midfield battle. I think Wales has been given the blow for that one because good tackle and just a bit of follow through on the body. Working on the slow build up. As the transfer happens on the outside. Just holding the ball a little too long. I know the umpire's going to give him the blow, but when you do hold the ball that long, it does invite in those tackles. And when you do get the blow, it's good for you. But I think Clive Collop's going to be aware, because if he does get dispossessed, that means that Wales are going to have to be chasing back down the field. The ball to the midfield, the turnover, there's a space. And again, just that good midfield pressure. Argentina loves scrapping in the midfield and hustling and bustling for the ball. Not afraid to get the elbows out. And as you see, good movement there by Juan Diaz. Just to consolidate in the midfield. He is operating by himself there, like he is now. There we go. He'll decide where the player's going to go. Picking outside half now to say to Rivera, you make a choice now. Looking on the left, but often does come back to Diaz in the middle. Ball on the line, and ooh, lovely little run through there. Pecchia, Marcos Pecchia making a dash for it, but Just not having the legs at this part of the tournament to get to it. Both teams playing a very similar pattern at the back. 4 at the back with a fetcher in the middle. Obviously, at this time of the tournament, having played lots of hockey, they'll be sticking to what works for them. Ball being knocked on the sideline, but that was straight to the midfield, and umpire dictating that he left the ball behind him. And so it looked like Joachim from here left the ball behind him, and so led with his body. And if you kind of block the tackle with your body first, moving towards the defender, they blow for obstruction. It's Argentina happy to move the ball around now. Ball being crashed over the baseline. We haven't any PCs yet. Both teams still in what we call the iron out phase. See if they can find a way through yet. It looks like Argentina prefer the crash ball. Not try to hit the sin, and the ball popped up, and I think definitely interfered with. He popped it up. Looking for the initial shot was Kachina, but ball popped loose, and as he popped it up, it wasn't dangerous. He got clattered in the stick, and here we have Argentina's first short corner of the match. Injection coming in to the Castle. Good old school trap upright backhands. This is impressive. That was a good, well-worked short corner. Old school stop with the upright stick. Ball rolled to the hits, and been rolled behind the back by Pecchia, which is a good disguised skill. Just couldn't get the flick off, and here comes the shot off target. So they're going to call danger. I'm not sure what the indication was there, because Mario Joachim was ducking under that ball to get out the way, and his teammate was saying to him, "Mate, I headed to you to deflect in. What's wrong?" And Wales get to reset, but there was a time with a short corner in the second circle entry where Argentina feel they've got some dominance now. I wouldn't say they're owning this game. Excuse me, as Wales are coughing the ball up a lot in the midfield. Played on the right-hand side, great ball through. Oh, and a lovely touch. Pecchio just doing the deflected ball there. Back into the midfield, but Joachim just couldn't get there in time. As again, the midfield scrap happens. They're going to win the blow, but like we said, if you hang the ball, Milbank hanging onto the ball a little bit too long in the midfield there. When you hang onto the ball too long, the Argentina are going to hustle and bustle you. Milbank now resetting. He gets rid of that one a bit quicker. And the reset happens. Sneaky little substitution that happened there. Often a substitution comes on the field, you don't see them. And as you make the pass, suddenly there's a man there. I don't say teams do it intentionally, but Coelho just step on the field nice and neatly at the right time there. As the front line's being changed now. Wales looking for a through ball. There it is. Just needs to control it. Again, a nice ball with a bit of air on it just to make sure that nobody can get to it. But Farquharson just not. They'll pick it up cleanly. As Wales now have a moment where they can get closer to the D there in the 22. There's somebody open in the midfield. I can't see who it is. It looks like Collar from here. This game being played at 8 o'clock in the morning, so the rising sun has got a bit of glare on it. Going to get my dark glasses out so I can see who's everybody up. And again, the reset happening. Paul coming back. And the ball being fired in. They've done that a couple of times now, just unable to control the ball. I think he might have been going for a deflection there. I stand corrected. But he did come towards it. Looked like Adrian Smith came towards the ball. Didn't control it. Looked around him to see who was behind him. And Farquharson was patrolling. As Argentina now resets and move the ball around the back. Cracking ball in the middle, and Pecchio was on line there, but unfortunately didn't get far as done, I think. Down the line. And now they've got to pick up ball. Again, they've got control this time. They need to pop the ball wide. They've got motion going forward here. Farquharson across. And they are going to rue the fact that they missed that one. Farquharson with a little 1-2 pass, trying to slip it back, but all it required was a backhand trap and then a 1v1 on the keeper. Argentina now going into holding pattern, scanning for the middle ball in the middle, carried into the trouble zone. Got Mona on the side. A little mini game here while they're trying to suss out the options. Playing the mini game. Pass a little bit slow for my liking, but maybe they're trying to suck them in. There's Cochina in the midfield. There was just Diaz now with a long ball through. That's going to work. Oh, one-time pass is not coming off there. Dominguez probably had time to stop, scan. Pecchio is in the middle. There players on the left and the right. As Cochina resets down the middle, there we go. Pecchio's the man to go to. He's going to roll, push on a foot inside the circle. That was very neat. Took it right, rolled it to the left. By taking it right, he put the Welsh defender. Looked like Barry Dunn on the wrong foot, and then when he turns it around again, you're on the wrong foot, and then off balance. When you come back, you haven't got time to then reset your stick, and your left foot is exposed. It just gets rolled on, and it was just inside the circle. And again, congested circle. Good idea to win the short corner. Argentina's second PC rolled out, upright flick on target, but well saved. The crowd appreciate that. Craig Jones in goals with a stick save. That was a drag flick. Bottom left-hand corner as we end the first quarter. This game's still 0-0. Argentina having better chances, but we'll be back soon for the next quarter of hockey. Umpires in a rush here, blowing for the start of the second quarter before both teams are on the field. A little quick shuffle to get out there as we join us for the second quarter of this playoff match for 7 and 8 in the men's over 50 category. This is the World Masters Hockey. It's the World Cup. This event being held in Cape Town, South Africa, in the over 50 division. this game being played at Western Province Cricket Club, which is a sports club in Cape Town. Two matches going on today at this club. There's an A and a B turf, and this A turf match for the over 50s. Over 50 is going to be playing playoff games at this venue today. Both teams finishing fourth in their pools, respectively, and because the pools were very big, they were in semi-finals and playoffs. It's straight off to 4 plays 4 in the two pools, and the winner becomes 7th place at the World Cup, and the loser, unfortunately, comes to 8th place. Umpire not happy where the free hit has been taken. As well, gets a reset. A long way back in their quarter, but still. Barlow come on now at left half. Done looking for some action down the middle. A lot of plays to go through, and we've seen before. Argentina very happy to just drop off and then try and pick up the scraps. Zubailda with a turn, and Diaz in the middle always trying to take some play. We saw at the end of that first quarter, short corner option that was drag flick bottom left by Pecchio, but a fantastic save with a stick by goalkeeper Craig Jones for Wales. Truly fantastic as Argentina now come forward. And that's going to be a tackle that's a little bit wild. It's early in the game, so the umpires haven't got too strict on the game yet. They normally pick up these things a bit more in the second, third quarters, I think. But Dominguez there did flash a stick in. Caught the back of a Wales stick, and there was a loud crack and gasps from everybody in the crowd and on the field. Nice little inside-outside skill. Cochina's going to try and find the long ball. He misses the ball. He was too far away to cause danger there with the miss-hit. And again, the ball coming through. Like we've said before, Wales are going to have a lot of pressure on them when they do get the ball on the field there. They need to get used to that, because when they do get the ball, immediately there's pressure, and it rattles them. There's a neat little turn and a flip going through for Sleeman. He's going to find the long ball, the sliding. He avoids it. I think tough call there, because I think he slid in and might have hit his shin pad, but Sleeman with a long ball through. And J-Nig with the slide on the shin pad. When an Astro's wet, best idea in the world to slide. You slip quite nicely across it, but if you hit a dry patch, it's like rubbing your knee against a carpet back home. Your knee doesn't like that kind of action. And anyway, ball into midfield. Crash tackle by Wales now and again. Just trying to find the ball through. Cochina's doing some damage here. Run around the outside. Can he deliver this? Dominguez cracks it across. Top of the D. Mistrapped. And now Argentina have a shot on target. Cracking ball off the keeper. Back at the player. That was just good hockey all around, because that shot had gas on it. First shot on the turn. Keeper having to make a reactive save. It really was impressive. Looked like Zubailda on the first shot, and then the rebound just coming back for the second shot, but it was a high rebound into play. So looks like, if I'm not mistaken, that Wales have substituted their goalkeeper. Sort of confirmation, but that looks like Lindy. Sorry, my apologies. Looks like Adrian Hibbert's in goals now for the second quarter. Craig Jones started this game. Hibbert now taken over with the first save, and now the injection coming out, old school upright stick. And now flick to the bottom right, and what a goal. Pecchio changing the angle, flicking bottom left last time. Now going for a bottom right, and that beating the postman on the outside of the postman's foot, but inside the post. That is pinpoint accuracy. Pecchio's going to love the fact that he got that one. That was their third short corner. And super accurate drag flick. That beautifully said. Beautiful injection, beautiful delivery. Just good hockey all around, and pretty sure they're going to be happy with that effort. Putting them 1-0 up in this encounter. They have had the territory. Now a rough tackle coming in. I think that card might just be the build-up of a couple of tackles before that. Came in hard from behind, and as the player turned, Cochina got caught on the wrong side and had to follow through, and ended up with a body check. as well as have a 2-minute period now where they're a player up. And teams have different strategies of what they do when they're a player up, whether they press man-to-man or try and find the extra space. Leave a player higher, maybe. Can't see what their plan is. They haven't stepped as high as they could have. And a long ball going to go through and beat them. And now a great pass that almost found Guel up front. Guel making a little lead. But Wales blocking that pass off. Roger Barlow now hovering on the ball, trying to find out what to do. They need to go forward here with the man up and find the 2v1s. There's that through ball. Trying to find a runner. A little bit casual at the back. In that clearance. Trying to find the 2v1s. Only 2 minutes of man up, and now they do get a ball forward. A little bit of time on top there. Jay trying to find his way in, and he does. He puts it on a foot inside the circle. Can't complain much there. He did force it. So the player on the way had to wear it, but picks up a stick and also into the body. And now Wales, with their first short corner of this match, we get to see what they bring to the party in this scenario. Injection coming. Ball been fired in, trapped in the edge of the circle. Just popped up, unfortunately. Going to have to play by himself. Gets caught. There was a stick check there, but apparently there's ball first. So now Argentina got space to counter. Going for the ball down the middle. A little bit of confusion there. Ball just hit a little bit behind Zubeldia, and he couldn't pick that up. Dominguez might have looked to go down the line, but going back to parity now as the suspension's been served and 2 minutes is over. Back to 11v11. So Wales in that moment did get that penalty corner when they had a man up on the field, so did get something of value from the time that Argentina had a suspension, but unfortunately that short corner's not been trapped cleanly. Ball popped up, and from there there's a bit of a mess. As we now see Argentina trying to find a good crashing ball, but again, day 10 of the tournament, I don't think Dominguez was diving and running to get to that as fast as he might have been on day 1. A good opportunity there and very direct hockey. Trying to play the ball across. And again, Diaz, the one starting that whole movement off, dropping the ball back, and Pecchio find himself in the midfield there, which is very interesting. As Wales now getting some midfield dominance. I think they're learning to keep the ball away from the contact situations. When they do take into contact situations, they to get broken down and they lose their motion. A lot of shouting on the field. Koloff going left. Richards down the line. And now just a slight mistrap up front, and Farquharson won't be happy with that. Listening to the coaching staff on the bench, it sounds like Wales are trying to go man-to-man. Bit of confusion about which men they're supposed to be marking. Argentina very good at just rolling people around. Not sticking too much into their positions. Over the top. Wales should pick this up comfortably. Again, Mark Aval's going to have to be careful when you take into a situation like that. Argentina really strong in the midfield of the 1v1 battles. As we've seen so many times before. Argentina just switching the ball to the open side of the field. Very good tactic, because it makes Wales have to reset their whole pattern. Little inside out, little touch there. Not sure if that was intentional or he just overran the ball slightly. Again, carrying it too close. And Diaz with a fantastic steal there. Milbank carrying the ball, and Diaz, the playmaker in the midfield, putting out one of those long arms, dispossessing him, and here comes a long cracking ball. This is the full 50-yarder Fantastic run, trying to pick it up on the left hand. I think if you are Kim had been stronger on the receive, you try to pick it and pull it back in the same motion. That ball was sent from the halfway line. In fact, I think it was inside the half. Good 50-yard ball, that. Big channel open in the middle of the field that found that ball. Wales midfield just going a bit vacant. Sometimes happen when you're man marking, you're following players and forgetting where the channels are, and if the man you're marking pulls you wide and you open a channel up and they can play down that channel, you know, it doesn't help you marking a man if the ball's going through your area. And Peck here now from the midfield, good tuck inside and a sliding tackle. The ball still scrappily in the middle, being pulled back. That's a good sliding tackle in the midfield there. Argentina, Peck here in the midfield, he's dropped out there now. Tucking the ball inside. Trying to find someone there to the D, and Wales managing to secure that before it got into any trouble. Intercept in the midfield. Again, it might have been too long a ball because Coelho got that quite easily. And now the fire into the circle to Coelho again. He gets an edge on it, but not too difficult for Hibbert to clear that one out as the ball is trickled towards him. Again, good receive in the midfield. Calling for a foot, but Herrera got that ball way too easily from Pecchio. Went straight to him on the edge, unhindered. Now they've got some play to go again. Going to be delivered onto a foot. I thought I heard something. Doesn't make a difference because it's going to be a long corner, and Diaz will get it now on the 22. Whether it's a hit right outside the circle, a long corner. Sometimes you're further space for a long corner. Ball being played wide. Gets fired into Pecchio, and there, that's scrap in the midfield. I mean, Pecchio will be unhappy with his receive on the forehand there. Good turn in the midfield. Now we got some movement gain. Last time we got 3 and Milbank got tackled. He's going to go for a run now. Again, he's always taking trouble. He did put out a stick and block there, so I think there's going to be unhappiness. He's not sure which one it is. People are very unsure about which one this is. A lot of confusion yet. Nobody knows who has got the card. They don't know. People are very unsure about what's going on here because fans getting a bit loud on the side there. Diaz getting the card there. He's confused. Didn't feel like he was in the mix at all in that. As you watch the replay, Diaz wasn't anywhere near that. Diaz was 5 yards behind everything there, wasn't even close. Being given the card, that's why I can see the confusion because Diaz honestly wasn't in the play at all. And so the confusion there, he might be taking the card for somebody else. Umpire's getting confused by the numbers there, but they're giving Diaz the card and he'll take a 2-minute suspension. As again, Wales now, when they've got the man up, they got a short corner last time. Need to step on this and put the pressure on. The ball being knocked way out the corner there. It's going to waste time, I suppose, but Wales got to go fetch the ball in the furthest corner of this field. Robert's been ball boy now as we hear the Welsh team and supporters starting to get in song. Wales leaving one man high at the moment. Argentina stepping off like they should, just kind of giving it a bit of space. But unfortunately, ball on the sideline, they had a bit of spin on it, and Sleeman couldn't get to it in time. Argentina happy to hold the ball and throw the overhead. Petra in front there, picking up neatly and being given the blow. He might want the advantage because that was a neat over-the-shoulder pickup. The goal scorer and cracking the ball in a couple of times now. A couple of players up front, Coelho now this time just not anticipating the through ball and getting there, but slows. Wales now have a counter, and now they get it back. They've got numbers here. It's a 3v3, and somebody arriving on the outside. Sleeman, I think it is. He's going to have to use his legs. Getting caught on the sideline, unfortunately, though. Has to bring the ball back, and now it means Argentina got their players back in, and Diaz is back on the field of serving suspension. And so nothing lost for Argentina in that period. We've got just over a minute left of this half of hockey. Argentina 1-0 up, and there's a nice circle entry. Sleeman going for the big hits. Unfortunately, near post. When the ball gets up near post, difficult to flick because most players lead far post to the open side of the goal. Not a bad thing if you do have somebody leading near post, but it's generally not the area people lead to when they want to make a deflection. Of course, defenders will go on the far post as well to stop that from coming in. So teams train both. In that case, nobody near post to do that. And here comes the delivery again. Trying to put it in, just getting a foot. Crowds cheering for an upgrade. The ball going wide. Just catching Coelho's stick. Looking for options now. Trying to run it in. This is going to be interesting. Does the anti-skill over the top and runs into his man. Unfortunately, right idea from Barry Roberts, trying to take it in there. Trying to be dominant and push it in. Just lost a bit of control on the way through. They did beat the first player, but then he lost control as we down to the last 10 seconds of this half, and I'm pretty sure Argentina are going to hold on the sideline. And that's going to run out this quarter. Argentina 1-0 up with the drag flick. We'll join you for the second half shortly.
We are fascinated by the mindsets and the habits that make individuals and teams perform at another level. Let us be your thought partners and transformational coaches. Are you part of a team and you are wanting to gain insight into what ingredients need to be in the mix to take your team to a whole new level of performance? Partner with us. We want to be your transformational coaches.
At thehockeysite.com, it's about what happens in the locker room. Thinking about the game. It's about planning and preparation. And about training and improving those skills. Looking at it from different angles. But of course, it's also about teaching them to score and win. Thehockeysite.com. Share the knowledge.
Welcome back. You join us for the second half of this playoff match for 7th and 8th place in the over 50 category at the Masters Hockey World Cup. We've got Argentina leading Wales by 1-0. A well taken drag flick by Marcos Pecchio, and Wales not having as clean opportunities as they'd like. They've had a short corner which was mistrapped and one or two circle entries, but they have, for most part of this game, been trying to stop Argentina from finding long through balls to there. That's a good couple of skill, good advantage. That was just good hockey, and now Pecchio's in. He's going to hit this. He cracks it on target. Looks like Craig Roberts is back in goals. Sorry, Craig Jones, that is. Wales making their substitutions of goalkeepers between the chuckers, as Pecchio had a chance there after De Vilmar had a little bumbling build-up there, beat a couple of players, got some advantage from a hack, kept going, which is a good thing there. And as he kept playing, eventually he popped the ball out. And Pecchio having a crack, but not catching the ball as clean as he'd like. And another ball being smashed in there. Goalkeeper Craig Jones, who had a very good first quarter, made a telling save on a drag flick with his stick at the end of the first quarter. Ball coming in now. This is going to be dangerous. Oh, fantastic finish. Marcos Pecchio just playing little inside-outside skill and scoring with a backhand from close range. And they'd be upset they left him alone in that circle, but that was just good skill. The ball in along the baseline, which caught everybody off guard, except for, of course, Pecchio. He picked it up in front of the keeper, took it across to his backhand to make the space. I'm gonna have to try and label how he hit this. Upright, backhand, hands apart, slap, push, flick. I think he called it something like that. Doesn't matter. Cleanly hit, quickly hit to the far post, and to the crowd being pleased with that. But little stick clack in the midfield there. And if to stop for that, because it's a head wound. Just the ball following through, catching him on the forehead. Ball just popped up and two sticks went flying for it. Milbank stick, being the taller player, sort of mid height for him, but head height looked like Cochina. So double brace here for Argentina. They've gone 2-0 up, taking control of this game. They've had the better ball going forward. It appears like they've had the better opportunity up front. Has a scrappy little 50-50 ball. The two players running. Milbank trying to fight through. Actually, there was a whole lot of fresh air swinging and carving there. Little lightsaber battle in the middle. And eventually the umpire just calling the whole thing to play and saying, stop, let's reset this whole thing. So again, a goal for Argentina is just deadened the game a little bit. Wales need to move the ball around and move it quickly. Pecchio's all over the place. Intercepting that one as well. Been a headache. As Wales now have to reset by putting the ball around the outside. And umpire now getting involved with Centre Milbank. There was a swashbuckling, swinging tackle there. And so Wales for the first time picking up their green card. Ball into the D overhead. Wales throwing the overhead over the top there. It did land on the goalkeeper, who came out neatly to play on that. Matias Busquets, always good for the keeper to get there first. You don't want any attacker with a high ball taking a swing at its baseball style in front of you. And now Argentina quite happy, even though they got the man up, to just hold the ball. Unusual mistrap up front by Marcos Pecchio. Wales trying to play on the outside the back here. The suspension being filled and both teams back to parity. Normal numbers. Again, midfield and not sure what happened there. A little midfield tussle. There was a bit of a collision. Nothing untoward, but there was a turn that happened and there was a slight bump of heads, I think. It wasn't intentional, it was just... Need to attend to that. Anybody with a head bash needs to just be looked at. Part of the safety. Just making sure everyone's okay, yep. Game gets a reset and Argentina will pass this ball back and get the game going. Marcus Petcher front again, trying to find a way through. Just a lot of attention being paid there by Wales. Came in tackling. I think it was Clive Koloff who came in, just making sure that Marcus Petcher didn't have another run at goal. He's already got 2 in this game. As Argentina just happy to keep the ball moving slowly away from Wales. A little stick clack there. I think it was a 50-50 ball, so both players going for it. Umpire saying that's true. You know, nobody intentionally trying to hit the ball from somebody else when they're 50-50 like that. It's a good umpire in there. Ball being moved around the back. Knocked forward. Just no control as Wales, they come away with the ball. Good win there for Janig. Just they need to keep the ball, move it around. Just keep finding the stick. Janig now going wide to the sideline. Bit of a drive from Roberts, but he does get tackled from behind. A good reverse tackle there from Yakim, but Wales need to move this ball quicker. When they do hold on to it, they're holding on too long. Now comes the big crack down the middle, but only for as far as the Wales defenders, as Coelho was in line there. Play going on, yeah. Again, Wales do not want to get in a midfield battle here. They need to give the ball free, and they go for the big hit. Ooh. Good dummy from the back there from Mateus Busquets in goals, but they want to keep moving the ball around and move it quickly. I think when you move the ball around and it's slow, the player receiving the ball gets to play a little bit earlier than expected, an opposite player, and that pressure does build up. As Argentina now, the build-up as Marcus Petcher, and he comes back to help with the midfield battle, protects the ball. Diaz firing the ball out wide, yeah. There's space on the side. Avena looking for the through ball, and now comes the 45. They've been throwing this a lot. A sliding tackle coming in there. That was needed, I think, from Tim Bartlett, because he's going to feed on the knees. That ball was heading to the top of the circle, and now suddenly Argentina finding space. They're going to drive for the circle. Yeah, they fired in across the face, and just didn't have players in the right place to pick that up. But it did find a gap. A lot of space on the outside for them to play down that channel. Victor Carmona just finding the space and then firing across into the circle. And a lot of people were high of the P spot there, all trying to score goals, I gather. Needed somebody just back of the D to pick it up with space, and easier said than done. Everybody gets in the circle and they want to go goal bound as quickly as possible. As Wales now looking for space, trying to get the ball on the back. Ball out to the left half. Nice stable player there. He did turn and catch a bit of stick, but nothing untoward. Wales now in the build-up. No space on this side. They do pop it through, but there's way too many Argentinian defenders in this area of the field. And as always, it goes back to Diaz to make the decision of where to go. He's going to choose Coromona on the outside. Again, to the space. Coromona's got acres of space to make a decision. Diaz wants the ball back, so also Diaz got way too much space in the midfield. They keep moving the ball into a player and then go back to Cormona on the far side. He's wide open. Wales locked in the midfield here, but unsure about who should be on that left flank. They fire the ball on the line there. This is going to be all the way to the baseline. It's a really good ball. Just to pull everybody out. Cormona's going to get it back. He's going to crack it in now, 45. Doesn't catch it as neatly as he could. Ball popping loose. It just was a foot there, I think. Good build-up player there. Argentina having way too much space. Unfortunately, Cochino will be unhappy with his receive on the edge of the D there. He shakes his head, looks at the sky. Really good build-up. Cormona didn't actually hit that as neatly as he normally does. But he had all the time in the world. As Wales get the ball, there comes the pressure. Diaz stepping through and just making sure that Milbank knows that he's there. Milbank with a long outstretched arm. Needs to come away. He does find right half. There we go. This is much better build-up play now as Roberts has got options. He needs Ferguson to get ahead of the ball. He's unfortunately got a hamstring. He's not going to get ahead of the ball. He doesn't look good at all. It looks like he's tweaked his hamstring. Wales just a little bit frustrated at the moment. Trying to get the ball back from Argentina is proving to be a lot of work as Diaz controlling the midfield. Forever choosing the options that is the player wide open or the furthest away as Pegalo is now on the field. Haven't seen him for a while. On the left half. Again, the ball into the midfield to Coelho. Cochina. Cochina had... Cormona's got a ton of space on the right. I'm not sure who's supposed to be marking him, but every time Argentina come out right, again, he's wide open. Acres of space. They're going to go to him, I'm sure. There he is. And now, unfortunately, that pass just off target. I think it was Avena. And now Wales come back with it. Need to move the ball quickly. Milbank's had a lot of ball in the midfield, but that's been tackled by Diaz. It's been a scrap because he keeps it in close contact. 3v1 there. I think Milbank was way outnumbered. They've identified him as a key player, and so when he does get the ball, 3 or 4 Argentinians arrive just to make sure that he is under pressure. Over there being trapped. Nicely blown the rule there because the player wasn't 5 yards, but he let the receive happen. I think that was Barry Roberts on the right there. Let the receive happen as, again, ball popped up and 2 players having a bit of a clackety-clack. Barry Dunn was one of them. And again, Wales need to move this ball around. Just needs 5, 6 passes. There it goes. And now we move the ball. Good passing up. Need to get their rhythm. Not run of the ball. There's a long ball through the middle. Again. Just cutting the ball off. There was Saraceno. Yes, just in the way there. Not a good pass from Darren Richards. I think there's too much angst now as everybody's shouting for the ball and wanting it, and just needs some good passing game. Doesn't have to go anywhere for a short. Great tackle there. It's going to get blown against him, but really was a good, picked up the right line there. Mark Aboth picked it up neatly and ran through that, caught it cleanly. Umpire thought there was a foot involved. There was just a clack, which I think was after the ball. And Argentina happy to play this out to Diaz, who's going to pick an option through the middle. Looking for the runners. Kachina just started to pick it up on his backhand. And Wales get to reset. We've still got 3.5 minutes left in this third quarter. Wales just trying to unlock this puzzle, trying to find a way to get the ball to their forwards in the D to get something from it. They've only had 1 penalty corner and 1 or 2 circle entries of note. Now they've got some good passing. Ball moving quickly. There we go. Milbank with the ball. He needs to get rid of this. Every time he carries it, he gets the breakdown, but it doesn't go anywhere because what happens is Argentina just get to reset every single time. He does get the blow, but there we go. Quick, fast ball out wide. Now we can have a delivery Fire into the circle, hits a stick, hits a foot. Umpire decides it's a short corner. Again, that quick firing ball out wide. Caught Argentina on the back foot. People had to arrive, and the ball get pushed onto an Argentinian foot on the edge of the circle. So Wales now get a chance to fire their second short corner. First one popped off the trapper stick. Didn't go anywhere. Looked like it was going to castle one again. It rolls in. A flick come in. Save made by the goalkeeper. Diaz will run away with this to the sideline, patiently as ever. Mateus Butskis just calmly palming that away. Unperturbed by the flick, didn't have enough pace on it, I think. He did go down, and then when he finished going down, used his stick to slide it away to Diaz, and Diaz taking it calmly down the baseline. No pressure on him there. And again, Wales not capitalising on a chance there. The lead only 2-love, and if you make it 2-1, it creates scoreboard pressure. Does create some uncertainty at the moment. Argentina are moving on the field like they are winning this game 2-love and can keep the ball for long periods, not having to rush anywhere. As we go down to the last minute and a half of this quarter. Diaz in the midfield. He'll make an open field choice like he has done the whole time. There it is. Very open player there. And Diaz getting the ball again. He's going to have pressure on him from Milbank, who arrived late. Got the ball. Little bump in the midfield there. Nothing untoward. Just two players going in the same direction. Meeting in the middle somewhere. I think there was a funnel that went down there. And now good tackle in the midfield. Popping the ball away, but I don't think Kachina had the legs for that. The ball popped loose and he had to make a short 55-yard dash to it. And the mind was willing, but the legs were weak. Again, day 10 of this tournament. Lots of hockey being played. Good diving save in the midfield there. We're down to the last 20 seconds. Argentina keeping the ball in the midfield. Kachina's going to throw this ball forward for Cormona, but Cormona's going to say to him, there's 10 seconds left in this half. I'd rather let the ball go out to the corner. Save the legs for another day. As we wind this down, Argentina, 2-love up. Well taken goals from their talisman, Peccio up front. As we'll bring you the last quarter of hockey in a short while.
That waiting for the gun, the nerves are just too much, thinking about what is about to go down.
And there goes the horn to start the race.
No, I think it's really amazing. And now the whole setup and people are dressed up.
We're giving something, I think, to the people. It's just fantastic.
The support on the side of the road is second to none, and that gives you the extra oomph.
Thoroughly enjoyed it. The scenery is beyond what I could imagine. I seriously enjoyed it. I met so many wonderful people on the way.
Really enjoying Cape Town. People seem to really appreciate artwork here, which is really nice.
Come and visit Cape Town. We are waiting for you with open arms. We welcome you here. This will remain a city of hope and opportunity for everyone, not just in Cape Town, but around the country and the world.
And he takes the tape.
Cape Town is open, safe, and ready to host you.
Welcome back as you join us for the last quarter, the fourth quarter of this over 50 match at the Masters Hockey World Cup. We've got Argentina leading Wales 2-0 at the moment. Two fantastic goals by Marcos Peccio up front for the Argentinian team. And Wales struggling to find goal scoring opportunities in this match. The turnover happens in the midfield. A little bit of running tackle there. I think Joachim just a little bit of ego on his tackle. Argentina have had 3 short corners so far to Wales' 2. As the turnover happens, but there's no options. Needs to go back here. Argentina, as always, using Diaz in the midfield to make the decision of where they're going to go. There's always been a lot of space on this right half position for Argentina. As Saraceno had a decision there to make about where he wanted to go, and eventually decided that, as they do often enough, just go to Diaz and everything's happy. Nice little break on the right there. Hatch ball down the line. Joachim's going to get there with a bit of a sliding tackle. Just couldn't keep control of it. Peccio arrives, puts pressure on it, catches stick and ball and a whole lot of stuff there, and the umpire decides that Wales need to reset from there. Wales deep in their field, and they need to find a ball around the right here. There's space. Gets cut down quite cleverly by Coelho, but not completely as they play in out. Milbank arriving now to help. Again, good mini play. That's the best little mini game when they get the ball moving. They just need to move it fast. Neil Francis just unfortunately missed the last one. And here comes the turnover. The run through, if he can hit it from here, he's got the pulling the ball back, not finding a foot. Joachim had a run in there. It was a good 50-50 challenge because he was guided the whole way through there. As Wales come away with the ball, but just turn it over. Looked like Tim Bartlett was shepherding Joachim the whole way into the D there. When the ball came back onto his feet, tiptoed over it, didn't get caught in that one. And came away with the ball as Argentina just happy to hold the ball for long periods, making the small passes. Peccio, the goal scorer, trying to find a way through Milbank, but this time Milbank on top of that. A tackle coming in, but he's beaten that one. Now to the open space. Looking for options. Coming back to the middle. Needed to go forward, yep. Looking at the runners in the circle. There is one high. And Koloff just looking for Milbank on the left there. Again, they were switching the ball in the midfield. Trying to find an entry. Couldn't see it. And Argentina are happy to hold the ball in the midfield. The backhand pass on the line being adjudicated has been dangerous. It was lifted up there. Milbank trying to go for a strong long hit there, but being called back for the hit. I think that hit's in the 22, and if the hit's in the 20, you can't enter the circle directly. You have to move it 5 yards first of all, under control. So when the hit is just inside the 22, umpires will make sure that you take it there because you need to have the change of rule come into play. Ball coming out. Bit of pressure, but nothing hectic as the long cross is going to come out here. Unfortunately, Barry Roberts is catching the ball, bobbling towards him. Couldn't control that. Rivera gets the restart. Play the ball around the back. Here comes the pressure from Wales. Now they're applying the pressure, and it is good pressure because Saraceno was caught in possession there. We're having a drive, looking for a shot. That's not going to be a good angle. Adrian Smith was on the baseline and was hoping the keeper was going to leave his post so that he could flick it past him. He did have options, an option, I should say. Options is a big word there. An option on the P spot in front of the goal. I thought the goalkeeper was going to fall for that dummy, and Wales now definitely put in the big press on, and they caused some turnover. That ball fell nicely for Argentina, but they're under pressure now. Looked like when Adrian Smith ran in the goal there, I think he had Janig open coming in the far side. Thought he would have a go in himself. And again, Argentina throwing the long ball through. There's going to be space here for them. Joachim's been doing this a lot, coming back to fetch the ball. Coming back to fetch the ball, and then he arcs and turns and looks for options. Petcho again wide. He's dropped into the midfield now, being a little more conservative. Ball fire to the tee point, but miscommunication there. It was a really good fired ball, and we thought ball coming out wide there, ball popping up. As ball goes right on the switch here. Argentina still hanging on. A nice and neat turn there. They're happy to just hold the ball for as long as possible. Joachim, the main player in the midfield now, when he gets the ball, he's really been holding up nicely. They've got a cross coming in there. Really good steal. And a short corner given. That the steal being made by Joachim, I've just been speaking about, came in nice and clean there for the backhand tackle, and then was blocked from going for the ball, and the ball was rolling towards the circle, and the umpire decided that's a penalty corner. So Argentina now with their 4th penalty corner in this second half. Joachim's been really good at doing all the hard yards and work. Moving from the midfield to the forward. In fact, he won that ball, and as he tried to run, was impeded intentionally. I think we're pretty sure that Marcos Petcho is going to have a go, yeah. And there's a break in the circle, and therefore the injector's got to get out. If one of your players breaks into the circle early, the rule of hockey is that you have to lose your injector. Some stares at each other there because the injector was already a nice to run all the way back. Simple loss of balance, a little bit eager to get into the far post there. So we get a change of injector. I'm pretty sure Petcho will still be the man to go to. A little bit wide. Trapper decides to go for the hit. Caught it very cleanly. One of the better hits. If you're a trapper, you can hit the ball that well. Well done. That's fantastic. But Craig Jones in goals. And now we get a ball in the circle for T-point. He's going to turn. Will he pull the shot? Tries to shoot, but he had players in the circle. Yeah, comes. That was a really, really good steal by Petcho, who cracked the ball into the top of the goal. He's going to be upset by not getting his hat trick. The call was that it did hit the top of his stick, I think, or a hack. But I can't lie to you. When it does come to him inside the circle, it's a factor. Argentina doing a very good inside-outside pass to the baseline. Joachim decided to go for a shot himself, but the ball coming back. And I think if on another day umpire let that go, it would have been Petcho's hat-trick. Crashed the ball into the... As again, Joachim's now got all the time in the world. He's going to make the switch across. They've got open play on the far side. There it is. That side of the field's been wide open in this period of play. Looks like Dominguez on the far side there. Trying to make the play happen. Lose the ball. Just want to get involved in this tiff. There's only 8.5 minutes left. They've got a 2-love lead. The last thing Argentina want to do is be reduced in play numbers. Might again give him a card. Milbank working the far side there. Trying to get the ball across. As it does come out to the end for Milbank, he's trying to find some action. Wales have got space on this side now if they can find it out. I can see Barry Roberts on the far side of the field wide open. They keep it on the channel and flick it in. It hits the player on the shin pad and not been declared dangerous. Ball gets played on the sideline, but unfortunately straight into the Wales presses. Argentina's presses. They're quite happy. They got numbers here, Wales, to press that, but too many gaps as the play comes out. And Pecho is quite happy just to go back, play the safe game. They'll be holding this ball for as long as they can. And a rash pass going forward there, but coming away with no advantage is Murray Yakim. He's been working like a Trojan in this game. This second half has been all him. Didn't get the advantage there, but he was hacked twice. So umpire, right blow. He wanted the advantage, obviously, but I think in the bigger scheme, Argentina quite happy to keep moving the ball around with just under 7 minutes left in this match. Trying to pick the option going forward, does go for the run. That's Dominguez. Dominguez goes to the right. Going to be a cracking, yeah. It's going to lie loose in the circle, but everybody had the there's a head wound, so the umpires are going to stop this game because Dominguez now gets a yellow card for a tackle. There's a head wound, so the game needs to stop. If the whistle had been blown a bit earlier, Dominguez might have been spared this because this 5-minute yellow is going to take it right to a minute to go in the half. It means Argentina playing the man down for the rest of this game, essentially. Milbank now got the ball with the tension of Pecho. Tackle coming in. Milbank just guilty of carrying the ball too close to Argentina. Does win the blow often, but when you win the blow with no space, it's always going to be a problem as the now switch ball comes in and intercepted by who else? But Mario Kim, Joaquim has just been all over the place, and now Joaquim's going for a run to the piece. But if they hit this to him, change of plan. Ball being dropped out. Some sense coming in here. Marcos Pecho keeping the ball in the midfield. Mateus Zubelda not happy with that, but the hatch ball this late in the tournament, nobody keen to make the short, sharp runs because the legs have been well worn in this tournament. I know it is a World Cup, but you do feel it after that much hockey. As the ball comes back. Sean Milbank, and he gets it out wide. They're looking for options, going for the ball down the middle. And at last, Barry Roberts gets the ball on the right. He's been wide open for a long time here. Looking for options. He's going to fire it to the T-point. Just catches a stick on the way through. Zubeldia in his way. Roberts had options there. He probably ran a little bit too close to the man before he fired it. Goes for the ball across the top. One time slap across to Milbank. Koloff just one time in that across to get the space, and from there the T-point option was tried. They got a free hit. Choosing the ball down, Sleeman. Sleeman going to hit this. Ball popping up, a little bit of chaos. Umpire giving the blow against Sleeman. He hit the ball and it did pop up off a stick. Couldn't quite see which stick it was. He might have a case there to say that he hit the ball, came off an Argentinian stick, but Diaz keeping the ball safe on the sideline there, just trying to play it out wide. Running the clock down now. We've got just under 4 minutes left. Argentina 2-0 up in this match. Ball coming through, and Joaquim trying the ram skill. Ball going down the middle. A little bit scrappy on the turnover, but Argentina come away with it. Argentina, a player down with a card, still managed to keep the ball for long periods in time. Wales not able to capitalize as Pecho comes free and gets tripped on a stick, but not too serious. Koloff put a stick out to tackle him, and he just fell on it. So Pecho gets subbed off here. Can have a break. Herrera will take his place. Pecho in a fantastic match. Argentina thinking they don't need him for the rest of this match will be interesting. Ball in the midfield. De Vilmar, the captain, thought he had some action there. Now again, Wales with an extra player. They need to find the space somewhere on the park. And again, it's Roberts on the right who looks wide open. They just can't find it out to the right. They go down to the T-point on the far side. Ball being fired in. And now they got some circle action. Looks like Sleeman on the ball. Sleeman fires it across. Come a foot there, I think. Yep. long ball to the baseline was fired in quickly, and Sleeman then had time to turn and fire as quickly as possible. And again, put a little bit of air on it, which is always good from that. Not a lot to make it dangerous, but enough to just make a defender's job impossible to stop it. And the ball got fired across. And unfortunately, they didn't get a strike on goal from that, but they did earn themselves a penalty corner. It's their third penalty corner. The last penalty corner was saved neatly. The goalkeeper, as it comes out, they go for goal again, and not enough power on that. This could actually hurt because the counter's on. Very neat save by Busquets there. And again, the counter's on. They're looking for options ahead. There's runners holding the ball. Still got options. They're going to fire this one in. Just only got as far as Barry Dunn, who put a stick out, and a 3v2 there was broken down very neatly. Sebastian Coelho just not able to find the pass through. One minute 15 left on the clock. Not long left here. I think that short corner was vital for Wales to score, to try and get some scoreboard pressure. The injection was good, and just the drag flick was on the deck and a bit slow. And so, as Argentina now go back to parity, the suspension being served. Driving on the right-hand side. Got advantage here. Cormona trying to find it in. A loose ball popping all over the place. Everybody scrambling. Richard Cormona with a long-ranging run from right off to get to the circle. I think he had his eyes light up there for a second that he was going to be in the action. Just not to be as the pressure comes in. Barry Roberts just unable to get the ball away there. Sebastian Coelho going to crash this one in. Only as far as Roberts. He'll get the free hits. There's only 10 seconds left in this game, so not much is going to happen yet. You might try one more option. Fires it across onto a foot. Looked like Roger Barlow was in the way. And there is the final whistle of this match. Argentina coming out victors 2-0. Two well-taken goals by Marcos Petio as they finish 7th and Wales finish 8th at this World Cup.